there is a series of movies that I have loved since high school that I am very excited to talk about, and that is, of course, the Rocky movies. Specifically the first Rocky, because I feel like as far as those movies are concerned, there's only one that could be considered a genuine film, not counting the Creed movies, because those feel like a separate, obviously they're a spin-off. But as far as the main 6 movies go, the original Rocky movie is as much a classic film as any of its fellow nominees.
Oh man, speaking of tragic celebrity deaths, man, Carl Weathers.
Yeah, dude.
Shit,
man. Yeah, fucking Apollo Creed also passed away this past year.
God, Sylvester Stallone was like crying in his like tribute video.
Oof.
Man hit it hard.
Yeah, I mean, that was his best friend for a long time. Like, even after Rocky, I'm sure they both were very, very close. And, I know you don't really see a whole lot of that in Rocky 1. It is mostly, it is about Rocky Balboa, but for those of you who don't know, Rocky is the story of a amateur boxer, Rocky Balboa, who lives in Philadelphia. And
okay, you know what? Everybody knows. And if you don't know, watch the fucking movie. It's been like 60 years.
Yeah, it's been like 60
Get on it.
And it's a great movie. Not only is it a great, people call it a sports movie, which is fine. I think it's a character study.
It's boxing.
Yeah, it's boxing, but it's also it's a story about Rocky Balboa, and it's a story about his.
You're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna crop thunder.
Oh yeah, Mickey Rooney, right? Or no,
Mickey Rooney, isn't that the scab eater from like Family Guy?
Yeah. No, Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Okay.
AKA Mickey.
Oh, AKA Mickey, yeah.
Mickey.
What can I say about Rocky that hasn't already been said on the internet before? It's got one of the most triumphant main themes of all time. It's got the sequence where he's running up they're now called the Rocky Steps. Everyone knows them as the Rocky Steps. I think, didn't they build a statue there too?
I think so.
Of Rocky doing the when he's like doing that. I remember the first time that I watched Rocky. I did not know it won Best Picture, by the way, until today when I looked it up. But the first time I watched it, I had only known Rocky from pop culture and from the movies that were, for all intents and purposes, like blockbusters, right? Where it's popcorn movies. And so I thought going into the first Rocky movie that I was going to get something like Rocky 4. And that's not the case at all. It is a very low budget film, and it shows. There's a lot of shots of Rocky just doing very mundane things, walking around Philadelphia when he's training, when he's running with his hoodie and his and
when
his
he's
sweatpants,
like threatening guys because they keep ducking his boss or whatever,
right?
Or just like helping that little child away from those hoodlums.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, as much as it is about boxing, it's also just about watching a guy come from nothing, essentially, and become one of the most famous. And for Sylvester Stallone, too, I feel like there was a lot of parallels between Sylvester Stallone's life and Rocky's life, as far as they were pretty much unknowns until, for Rocky it was one match against Apollo Creed, and for Sylvester Stallone it was one movie, and overnight he became one of the biggest movie stars in the world. And when Rocky 2 comes out, I was telling you earlier, when you go from watching Rocky 1 to Rocky 2, the change in tone, the shift in tone is so dramatic. It goes from being a small budget, very personal, almost art house film about a boxer in Philadelphia to, no, this is a Rocky movie now. This is a Rocky movie, and he's being swarmed by paparazzi, and it just has a different feel altogether. I don't know how else to describe it. But I didn't know that the first Rocky was also written and directed by Sylvester Stallone, which is also crazy that it was just a Sylvester Stallone
no,
vehicle.
it was not directed by
It
Stallone.
wasn't?
No, it was a different guy, because I know, because he came back to direct Rocky 5,
Oh.
which was very jarring because that one was ass.
Yeah. So it is.
I don't know who it was, but no, Stallone didn't direct it.
Okay. All right.
I think he did 4, actually.
Oh,
I think he did 4.
Which I also really like.
Yeah. Rocky 4 is a genuine masterpiece.
Rocky 4 is so good.
Made better, even better by Creed 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it you? Is it you? Yeah, but I haven't watched Rocky in a while, but there's something so tender about the way that he plays Rocky and his relationship with Adrian, who it's an on-screen romance that feels very real. And I feel like up to that point in 75, 76, that movie came out, maybe earlier.
Something like
that. At least as far as movies and pop culture go, when I had seen that movie, I had not seen a relationship like Rocky's and Adrian's. And sadly, I know the actress who played Adrian passed away before was it Rocky Balboa, or was it before 5?
I don't know if the actress... They killed the character off.
Okay.
I don't know if the actress is actually still around.
Okay. I can't remember. I feel like I saw something about her passing.
No, Paulie did.
Well,
Paulie just died.
Yeah, Paulie, yeah, her brother,
Hey,
slash
Paulie!
Rocky's brother-in-law.
Yeah, such a good franchise, man.
It really is. And I know some people will write off the franchise because the Rocky movies are just so ingrained in pop culture. And
Talia Shear is still alive.
Talia's still alive?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
They just killed the character off.
I just keep getting fact-checked on my own favorite classic movie. But that's why I keep you around, buddy.
That's also because you decided it was your favorite like 20 minutes ago.
That's true. I was trying to figure out what criteria to use, and then I just decided to go with Rocky because... Again, I watched those movies quite frequently.
Classic. I don't know. Just a really famous old movie, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rocky is definitely an old movie. So I think it falls under that. If it wasn't Rocky, it probably would have been a Bruce Lee movie, but I haven't gone back to see a Bruce Lee movie in forever.
Anything twice our age, I guess, qualifies.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, if you haven't watched Rocky, do yourself a favor and watch the first one. It's not anything like any other movie in the franchise except maybe the Creed films. But just if you go into it with no expectations, forget everything you know about Rocky, forget Eye of the Tiger, forget the Rocky steps, forget Adrian.
Then again, why are you watching like Rocky 3 before the first one, right?
Yeah, right. So watch the original Rocky, and you let us know if you think it's good enough to be considered a classic.
I thought it was overrated.
Did you?
The first time I watched it, because I watched it in high school.
Oh, sure.
Because one of my bandmates told me, or we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. It's been a long time, like 10 years.
Sure.
And I was like, yeah, I watched the first Rocky. I was like, I thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was like, that's really the only one you need to see anyway.
It really is.
But I disagree hardcore.
Yeah.
3, because Mr. T is just amusing. 4, as we mentioned, is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
5, you can totally just skip.
5, you can skip.
I mean, like, yeah. Yeah, we're just talking about the first one. It's really good.
Yeah, first one's really good.
Goodness.
So go see it. And, yeah, I have to watch Enter the Dragon soon. I like a lot of old movies where people punch each other. I'm realizing.